Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to join me today. I want to just take a quick minute to quickly introduce myself. Not know me. My name is Kristy, and I am an account executive here at Trufla Technology. I'm really excited to be hosting this webinar for you guys today to talk about a really important shift that we're seeing happen in the insurance industry. And it's one that may directly, in fact, impact how brokerages interact with their clients. What I'm referring to, if you guys aren't aware, is we are starting to see a trend of carriers moving away from sending policy documents directly to clients, whether that's in the form of renewals, cancellations, reissues. We are seeing carriers start to put the responsibility to get those documents into the hands of their clients, and that responsibility is now falling on brokerages. So the change is something that could affect your operations. It's something that could affect your compliance and your team's workload. But most importantly, it can affect your client relationship. The good news is we do have tools and solutions that can help you as you guys are trying to navigate this shift in putting the ownership onto brokerages. And that's what I'm excited to be chatting with you guys about today. So today I'm going to be walking you through the challenges, what this shift really means for brokerages or could mean for brokerages, and then how some of our tools can assist along the way as we are dealing with this shift. So I'm going to dive into what is happening in the industry first. So let's start with the big shift that we're seeing. So as I mentioned, some carriers across the insurance industry are starting to put the ownership of document delivery back onto clients. As you guys know, traditionally, carriers have handled the document delivery and sending out those documents in the past, but that seems to be changing. And what we're seeing is carriers are stepping away from that responsibility and placing that responsibility back on brokerages. So what does this mean for you guys? It means that you may now be expected to handle both e-document delivery as well as paper copies in a quick, secure, and reliable way. It's not just going to be an operational shift, it's a shift in how brokerages manage their entire client experience. And it's one of the biggest opportunities for you guys at the brokerage to step up, take control, and show real value to your clients. So now that we've talked about what's happening in the industry, let's talk about what that means or what the challenges may be for brokers. What are the pain points going to be, or what do we foresee the pain points going to be? We know this is going to put a lot of pressure on brokerages. You may have teams spending time downloading documents, figuring out which ones are going to go to which clients, and following up to make sure those documents are actually received by the client. So when you're dealing with high volumes, one missed document can mean a client doesn't get their renewal, they don't get their cancellation notice. And it's not just bad service, it's a potential compliance issue as well. And then on top of that, we have the internal strain of your support staff who may already be overwhelmed. So adding document delivery to their plates may not scale very well. So these are real tangible challenges, and they're exactly what we need to solve. And luckily, the good news is Trufla has some tools that are already built that can step in and help with that automation. So let's shift to this solution. Trufla's communication center is built specifically for brokerages to take control of document delivery without adding any more manual work to your broker's days. The tool can automate the sending of important policy documents like renewals, policy changes, cancellations, reinstatements, and more. So instead of having staff download email documents manually, the communication center does it all for you. It does it instantly and through a secure and encrypted mobile app or web portal. So that means that the clients get their documents quickly, reliably, and safely, and your teams get back their time. This tool gives brokerages a way to keep up with industry demands, deliver a better client experience, and reduce operational strain with one solution. So let's jump in and look at how the communication center works. We use a tool called Policy Notifier to send out emails to clients based on what's happening with their policy. So if we get a download for a renewal, policy change, new business, reissue, cancellation, that is the trigger for our system to send out an email to the client, letting them know that their documents are available. As a brokerage, you can also pick and choose which documents you want sent out as an email to the client. You don't have to send one out for every single transaction. You can choose which which documents Policy Notifier is going to send an email for to your clients. So once the client receives the email, they will have a button where they can access their document, whatever that document may be. The client will click on that button within the email, which will open up a login screen either to the mobile app or to the web portal. And the client would securely log in with a username and password to be able to view those documents. Now, the reason we have a username and password for the client to be able to see their documents is we want the client to be able to securely access their documents. We don't just want to send them their documents, and we don't want to send a link to access their documents. As we know, email is one of the most hacked tools that a client can use. So having the email go out with a secure way for the client to log into is the best practice in any sense of sending a client a document. It has secure information. We want to make sure that the client isn't exposed in any way when we are delivering documents. So the next step, we can take it one step further. We talked about with Policy Notifier the ability to send renewals, and those would be the generic, your renewal is now ready. Please click here to log in to view your renewal document. But what we can actually do is take it a step further with a tool that we call AI Retention X-ray. So AI Retention X-ray is going to scan your renewal download data and use AI to detect potential risks or opportunities with that client's renewal before the client even picks up the phone. So for example, it can tell if a client is overpriced compared to similar policies using AI. It can also tell if a client is facing significant renewal increase. It can also tell if a client is likely a flight risk based on behavioral and pricing patterns. So what the tool is able to do is look and analyze the data and look for opportunities to send different types of messaging that relate to the renewal. So for example, if the client was overpriced compared to other similar policies and the renewal had also gone up, we could send a customized email to that client that lets them know that you as the brokerage are aware that there has been an increase to their premium. And because we know using AI that the client is overpriced, we are able to send them a message that would be different than any of the other renewal messages that we could send out, saying that a broker will be looking into remarketing that policy and they will reach out to you within a certain number of days. So this is a proactive approach of handling renewals. Typically what we see are brokerages send out emails to their clients saying, your renewal is ready. Please take a look. Give us a call if anything has changed. What we're doing is changing things up a little bit, and we're actually using AI to predict, is this client a flight risk of shopping? The client is going to get a customized message that allows them to know that you at your brokerage are looking into the renewal and seeing if there's an opportunity to find them a better rate. And you can customize the messaging on those renewals to whatever you would like it to be. Another scenario that you can use AI Retention X-ray for is if the client's policy using AI is actually priced just right compared to similar policies. And we do know that there has been a renewal increase. We can also customize the message going out to those clients indicating that we know that there has been a renewal increase, but using the AI data, we can actually confidently say that we know that their policy is still with the best carrier and they're still receiving the best rate with their policy. So you can start customizing the message, and there's lots of different scenarios you can go into using a combination of AI to predict if the client is overpaying or if they are underpaying or if they're sitting in that just right category. Comboed with a renewal increase or decrease, we can start sending out custom messaging for your renewal policies. And what we've seen from our clients that are currently using it is we've seen a significant decrease in phone calls. Because this is a proactive approach, we have less clients just receiving their renewal documents, looking at them, seeing there's been an increase, and the first thing they're going to do is pick up the phone to call. So what we're doing is decreasing the phone calls, decreasing the urgency for those clients to pick up the phone, because in the email or in the messaging that's going out to the clients, we're indicating at the brokerage level that we know that we need to do a remarket and a broker is going to reach out to them. So as a client, you're looking pretty good to the client at that time. So to wrap things up, the shift in document delivery isn't just a small tweak. It's going to be a fundamental change in how brokerages manage their responsibilities, their client relationship, and their operations. We know carriers are going to start stepping away from delivering documents directly. The baton has been passed for our brokers, and it's up to our brokers to deliver the communications in a way that's an efficient, secure, and client-focused way. So with Trufla's Communication Center, you're not just automating document delivery, you're freeing up your team, you're reducing your risk, and improving how clients experience your brand. So when you add on additional tools like the AI Retention X-ray, which we just discussed, you're not just communicating, you're communicating smartly with insights that drive retention and trust. So let's future-proof your communication. Let's have those conversations to see how Trufla can help you, whether you're struggling to find a solution for document delivery or you want more personalized insights into the communication that's going out to your clients. We would love to talk to you. If you are an existing client that is already on the truMobile platform, please reach out to your client success manager and they will be able to help you guys get set up with different emails and automation going out to clients. And if you're somebody new joining, I would love to chat with you. We will be sending out a follow-up email to our webinar today where you'll have the link to book some time with myself to go further into the different products and how they all work. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone's time. I'm going to open it up for any questions. Because everyone's microphone is muted, if you do have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat. We will be able to respond to them there. And as I said, if you'd like a little bit more time with myself to walk you through the tools, please feel free to book some time with me. I'm happy to demo the tools for you and get you guys started on the right track. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I appreciate your time and have a great day.